Hi, I'm Ren Dunning. I'm taking computer science and software engineering through Gull Lake High School's Career and Technical Education Department, and today I'll be showcasing how I installed a Linux virtual machine on my host computer using VMware Player's hypervisor. Now, what is a hypervisor? So, first I need to describe what a host computer and a virtual machine are. A host computer is the computer that is sitting physically on top of your desk with the keyboard and the mouse that you use and the screen that you look at. And a virtual machine is like running a second computer with a second operating system inside of the computer you already have. And then a hypervisor works as a middleman between those two objects, between the host computer and the virtual machine, as a piece of software that creates the virtualization to be possible so you can run your machine properly. I'm using a Type 2 hypervisor here with the VMware Player's hypervisor. The Type 2 hypervisor is when you already have a software installed on your hardware, and the Type 1 hypervisor is for when you don't have software pre-installed on your hardware. So that Type 1 hypervisor would be used in like raw servers or more of an enterprise situation, and then Type 2 hypervisors are more personal use on a personal computer at home. So now I will show you my hardware and software specs of my host computer. So here on the host computer, my software is Microsoft Windows 10 64-bit. I have 16 gigs of RAM installed. I have 4 cores in my i7 processor. 2 cores and 8 gigs of RAM will be allocated to the virtual machine so that it can run properly, but I still have to leave 2 cores and 8 gigs left for my host computer so that it can continue to run properly while my virtual machine is running at the same time. And then also, as far as my hard drive space, go to storage here, drives. I've got 257 gigs available. And now I will go to my virtual machine and show you what the settings are for my Linux Ubuntu virtual machine. Alright, here we are. I have edit virtual machine settings. Here you can see I allocated 8 gigs of that RAM here, and then you can see I have those 2 processors from that i7, and the other 2 are on the host computer, and then I allocated 40 gigs for my hard disk for the virtual machine. Alright, and then while I boot up my virtual machine, I'll discuss why you would use a virtual machine in the first place. So the whole point of a virtual machine is that it never affects your host system. So anything I do on my virtual machine won't have any negative effects on my physical host computer, my Windows 10 operating system. Nothing will happen to my host computer no matter what I do on my virtual machine. So with that, you can hack, you can learn how to use new software, you can learn new operating systems you've never used before, and that's why a virtual machine can be handy for you. Alright, and this is my virtual machine. So first I will show you the File Explorer. This is sort of what the File Explorer looks like in Linux and Ubuntu, quite different from Windows 10. And you can see that I have all those regular things you would have, like desktop documents, downloads, and such like that. And then here is the GUI, the graphical user interface. This is a picture that I set up, so this doesn't come default. But to change that, you can click on this waffle down here, and then you can go to settings. So this is where you're going to find how to replace your background or your lock screen, and you can click on that, and you can change that if you like. And then there's more dock options here where you can change the icon size, and you can see on the left how that dock is changing. You can change where you want it. There's lots of customizable things here in Linux and Ubuntu. So that is it. That is the total of my video of how to install a Linux Ubuntu virtual machine. I hope you enjoyed the video, and this has been Ren Dunning. Bye.